Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, so cleavers. And go. What do we, I don't even know. I need to Google a picture of cleavers because that's how badly unprepared I am. What does that even look like?
It's got like these five, I think it's five leaves that kind of, they call them whorls, but I can't even explain what it looks like. When you Google a picture and see it, I'll know you'll know it when you see it.
Yeah, I see. It is
Okay.
interesting. It's like yeah, how do you explain it? It's like leveled. It's like a tower with levels. All the leaves grow together, and then it's like a straight stick and then another level. Anyway, just Google it, people.
Yeah. And it's like Velcro. That's why they call it cleavers because it will cleave to you. So it sticks to your clothes and stuff. So I was saying before we started recording that it's not my favorite herb just because of that. The Velcro-y feeling, it irritates me and I couldn't imagine putting it in my mouth to eat it.
Blah, 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 blah. But
So
if society collapses, now we know.
yes. Yes, if society collapsed, I know that I could eat it and not starve. Um, so, and it's one that is best used fresh. So, cooking it would destroy its properties. So it wouldn't like most of the things like stinging nettle if it's dried or cooked. I don't want to get off on that, but because we'll do that one later. But it gets rid of the pokey, prickly stuff. But the cleavers, since it's best used fresh, the pokey pricklies are still there, and I couldn't just the thought of putting that in my mouth is just no. So, but it does have, before I sit here and spend this 5 minutes dogging cleavers, it
No,
does
dog,
have
dog.
medicinal. It does have its uses. We could eat it if there was no other food source. Um, you can make tea with the fresh herb. So again, about 3 tablespoons to 8 ounces of water. Or you can take the fresh herb and chop it up and put it in a jar and cover it either with vinegar or vodka, 80 proof or higher, and make a tincture. And that way you could preserve it to use its medicinal properties longer than just, springtime. But it is good for urinary tract, bladder infections, stuff like that. Uh, Said to be helpful for fertility.
Which
And it can,
specifically is to make you more fertile, right?
yes,
Because
to
some
make you
people
more
are like,
fertile.
the benefit, it could go either way. Some people are helpful with fertility, like not being fertile is what's helpful.
Okay, so
A
kind of
poorly
like
executed joke on my end.
don't use it for birth control. It might have the opposite. It might have the opposite effects.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yes. And it can be helpful with psoriasis and eczema. Um, so again, like skin poultices or poultices for skin inflammation is always good. And I'm sure that if you drink it internally, it would help, work through your body systems to help clear and support the healing of psoriasis and eczema as well.
It says here that it's good for the lymphatic system. which is the lymphatic system is our detox system. So it would be detoxing then. It's a diuretic, which for some people don't know, diuretic means it increases urine flow. And then yeah, urinary tract health just in general. But it's two different points over here on this.
Yeah. A lot of the herbs, or all of the herbs that we're talking about today, are all things that are popping up in the springtime. And like traditionally, people have always kind of thought like the herbs that emerge in the spring are helpful for, like after the long winters and you've been eating, kind of carb heavy meals and your health is not as good in the wintertime, a lot more colds and stuff going around. So, like you had said with the lymphatic system, it just helps get everything cleared out and all of that stuff. So I think that it probably has its benefits, coming out of winter and clearing everything.
Yeah, that's something I talk about a lot with eating seasonally and uh being in tune, in touch with what's growing in your area seasonally, because mine and your seasonal eating here in North Alabama is going to be different than people in Washington State seasonal
Yeah.
eating, or India or Japan, like it's going to be different wherever you are in the world. So we can kind of give people stuff to go off of in our area, but we don't really know. Sorry, you're gonna have to find somebody local to help you with your area. Um, but it really is just as simple at quote unquote simple as going outside in your yard and seeing what's growing right now. But it's a whole rabbit hole of an area of study for sure. I've been studying all of these things, all like herbs and local weeds essentially, and what you can eat for probably 10 years. And I don't have jack shit on the knowledge that you hold in your brain. How long have you been doing this?
Gosh, for like 20, probably 20 years or more.
Yeah.
I'd say about 20 years.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And you make it
I've
sound
always, huh?
you make it sound simple and easy. You're like,
No.
yeah, you just mix this with that, 3 tablespoons, duh.
So one thing that I've heard a lot lately, and I'm not even sure where I keep hearing it from, different sources, but I keep hearing it. Simple does not mean easy always. So, yeah, I make it sound simple, but that doesn't mean that it's easy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was talking last night in yoga class about how, because we cover a lot of every single class. Like, if you come to 5 or more of my classes, you could almost take over leading the class if I didn't want to do it that day, because
Yeah.
it's more or less the same basic poses with just a couple of variations mixed in to keep us not bored. And I was talking about how like sorry, not sorry if you're bored. People are always looking for uh the secret, the magic pill, like give me the good stuff. What's the secrets that the masters know? And there is no secrets. Like no matter what you're looking to be successful in, it's just fundamentals. You just learn the
Yeah.
fundamentals, the bare basic bones of, and then everything builds on top of that. And it's hard at first because you're basically having to learn a new language. Like herbology, I guess, is what we're doing here. It's a language. It's a
Yeah.
whole different area of study. But once you get the basics down, everything kind of you start seeing the patterns and things become easier.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So moving back to cleavers, it says it's great for livestock. It's a good edible for livestock. So that's good.
Hmm.
It can help. Oh, no, sorry. Important considerations is that some people may be allergic to cleavers. So
Mm,
if you experience any adverse reaction, discontinue use. It says, of course, always consult a healthcare professional before using cleavers, no matter what. Okay. This specifically says if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, but just, you know, no matter what, do your own research and don't take our information. This is just fun for us. This is
yeah.
this is mostly me trying to pick my friend's brain and learn myself. So this is my class that I'm roped her into and am making available to you guys. So all parts of the plant.
Yes.
So
Well,
everything. I don't think they have
the
very
roots
pronounced
are,
roots.
yeah, the roots are just like kind of little hairy things. They're not substantial enough to really want to eat.
Yeah, unlike wild violets, like we were talking after we stopped recording that what a bummer it is that we can't eat wild violet roots because they're like mini potato sized. They're very large,
Yeah,
very meaty.
they are.
Says it
Prevent famine.
do it.
I said they would prevent famine.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's about all I have over here. It says you can cleavers can be juiced and consumed as a tonic.
Maybe that could be a way that I could eat cleavers because I'm not chewing them.
It says they have a mild, slightly bitter flavor.
Mm. I would probably like if you mixed it in with other juices like fruit and stuff like that, and just kind of put a little bit of cleavers in there for some
Medicinal property.
benefits. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my favorite way to get things. It's just you can always tell like a secret, one of my secrets. If you serve me a meal, say I'm at somebody's house and they cooked all this food, I put all the food on my plate. You can tell what I don't like because I'm mixing it with other things. If I like it, I'll eat it by itself, but if I don't like it, I'll mix it with everything I can to try to like get it down. So
really.
yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do, like to get things medicinally into my system is mix it with other things.
Uh,
But can be eaten raw or cooked like spinach.
mm,
And yeah, that's always that this is a good point. Always make sure that you're harvesting your herbs from areas free of pesticides and pollutants.
yes, definitely. Like, don't get it off the side of the road where cars have drove by and leaked fluids and all of that stuff. And
Yeah, driveways. Um,
yes,
I try to only harvest herbs out of my front yard because I have dogs and stuff in the backyard. So,
yeah,
yeah, you got to really think about things like that. And then like my front garden bed, the cats like to use the bathroom in that because our cats are indoor outdoor. We don't do litter boxes. So
right.
they hang out in the house just like the dogs do, you know, they use the bathroom outside and then they come inside just to like hang out and stuff.
Yeah,
So you want to be really mindful of that. So if you have animals in the area, whether they're yours or strays or whatever, um, it's not a bad idea to, if you want to use some of these medicinal herbs, that you have pots for them. Pots are good.
yes,
Get them up
definitely.
off the ground so that they're extra protected and whatnot. So yeah, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else to add about cleavers?
Uh, I don't.
All right. If you like them, let us know because we don't. Actually, I
Yeah.
don't I don't have an opinion.
They may taste wonderful, but it's like, you know how when your hands are dry and you touch a microfiber towel? That's cleavers for me.
I don't know. It says that they're bitter. So, But some people like bitterness, but also I'm a big believer in it's medicine, not food. But food is medicine or whatever, but we're not eating it because we enjoy it. We're eating it because we want the cleansing, uh detoxing benefits.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good for us, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, that. So,
Yeah.
all right. Moving on to the next one.
All right. Yes.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.